What's going on, guys? Wade from Wade's World coming at you with another video. Today we found a free lawnmower like we always do. Obviously it was for free at the front of someone's house. It's not running. I've determined that it has a blocked up carburetor. The jet's probably blocked. That's the most common problem. Usually that happens from sitting too long with old fuel in it. The fuel sort of goes stale hard like honey or varnish. Excuse me. Blocks up the jet in the carburetor. Not a hard thing to do. So today we're going to unblock the carburetor. I'm going to teach you how to do all that. So if this happens to you and you have a similar thing, you can fix it yourself rather than paying a shop or someone to fix it. Who doesn't like fixing things themselves? Good satisfaction, good skills to learn. So anyway, here we're looking at the big Yard King 127cc overhead valve. Pretty sure this is just like a Chinese lawnmower, like a Honda ripoff. Carburetor's down there. I did determine this, that I gave it a bit of a spray down the carburetor with some Start Ya Bastard, and it fired off and then stopped. We've got plenty of fuel in the tank, so when it fires off it means we're getting spark, so the spark plug and the ignition system is all good. Really cool little lawnmower, nice and light. It's got like the cool bag catcher on it. So what we're going to do, we're just going to tip our lawnmower on the side. And even this thing's had like hardly any use. Like the blades are still really nice. The deck is really nice on the underside. And it's good to have these on the side, because if you tipped it on the other side, obviously we wouldn't be able to get to the carburetor, but the oil would fall into the carburetor system and come into the carby. Anyway, long story short, we're going to take this bad girl off. We're going to undo these. Now, if you're a bit of a seasoned pro, you know that you only have to undo the bowl, and you can get a bit of wire up in the jet if you know where it is. But a lot of people don't know where it is. So we're going to undo these, take all this off, two 10mm, get yourself a 10mm socket or a 10mm spanner. For some reason, I have a box full of sockets. I cannot find a 10mm, so I'm going to have to do it with a spanner, but we'll get to that. Undo that. We're going to shove a bolt up there, stop all the fuel draining out. Let's get into it. Alright team, we're back. So we're just going to start undoing this, and I really wish that I had a socket. Put that down there. Don't lose your bolts or your nuts. Probably don't lose anything really, let alone your marbles. And these aren't that tight. But if we had a socket, it would be a lot easier. But we don't. And this should just pop off. Maybe. We've got a screw somewhere. Oh no, it's held on by the crankcase breather. And our little fuel pumper upper. We can take all that off. Maybe. Let's get a screwdriver in there, get a flatty. We can pop that off. Very nice. And all that sort of come away. I don't know if you can see that. I'm using a chest mount, so that's popped off. There we go, that just pops off like that. Off your crankcase breather, which goes on there. Another reason why I was explaining before, we don't tip it on the carburetor side, even to check your blades or anything, because oil will just come flying straight out of there, my friends. And I have a screwdriver for this, because a bit of juice is going to go everywhere. But first we'll disconnect our governor throttle linkage, which can get disconnected when you pull up, and that just pops out. Now we're going to disconnect the fuel. Not the most fun and glamorous part, that's why I have gloves on. But it has to be done. So when you pop this off, juice is going to want to go everywhere. What the hell is that in the carburetor? Alright. I think we're going to have to pop this off before we take the carburetor off. Usually when you have like good quality stuff, the hoses are a bit more pliable than this, and they just sort of pop off for you. Shove something in there to stop the juice flying out, and then you can put your clamp up, throw it to the side, no more juice. Carburetor pops off. Someone has been in here before. I have no idea why that is in there. That is a spacer, and it was in there. And don't do me. Make sure this gasket stays intact. We'll put him up there. Got the base gasket. We'll give that a bit of a dose, a bit of a clean down, so you get a good seal when we're coming back. Yeah, that's like a spacer. Why the hell would that have been in there for? What goes on there or something? Or that's exactly where it goes. I seen the gasket material. That came out of here. Bam. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Let's take this over to the bench. And whoops. Just dripping. Ooh, that was like green fuel. Someone's put like 2-stroke oil in this. You know what? Whilst we're going, alright, to undo this, that's your bottom bowl. This one, I think you can see, this one is just like a drain, so when that's on, if you want to drain it, you just undo this one. Same thing, 10 mil. This, oh, that's tight. And just undo them. Whatever you do, do not lose that red O-ring. That's to seal everything. Oof. I think someone's tried to free this up by, that is really clean, by putting like 2-stroke oil in it. Because look how clean that is. And now I'm trying to get you a good, your jet is down in there. What's this carburetor called? Hiya. Okay. So we'll take our Hayuwayoa. Oh, don't lose that O-ring either. Don't lose this O-ring. That O-ring goes in there. Oof, or don't do what I just did. Alright. So, as well, I have a purposely made screwdriver for this, shaved down just to get it in there. Flat head, of course. And these can be quite tight. Oh, I think that got it. Yep. This is your main jet, and this is the one that always gives you trouble. Alright. So, that little fella there, if that one's blocked, which it is partially blocked, I don't know how good you're gonna see that, but to check, you just hold it up to the sun and have a look. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the cupboard over here. I got some inox, and because this is only partially blocked, we're gonna give it a real good speloogie through there. Alright, she's clear, ladies and gentlemen. We're just gonna put that in there, and we'll do the same. Put it in the body of the carb, run it through our fuel supply. That coming out anywhere? Yep, it's coming out of our float. See it coming out of there? So we're clear there. And it's coming out of these holes. And that's our emulsion tube. That's another one that can get blocked. I reckon it might need a bit of a soak down too. Let's see. Oh no, it's cool. You just give all this a real good drink. Like a real good drink. Yep. Alright. And I think that went in that way. Yep. And we reassemble, folks. Grab our main jet. Obviously, you might want to do this yourself, but putting things in a container, because you don't want to lose them, but we do a bit of bush mechanics around here. So put our main jet back in. Put our O-ring back in, just run that lightly through your fingers. Seat it back in its little posi. And I might just hold this, and it's still got a bit of gunk in there, so we'll give that a bit of a hose down. That back on. And remember, don't lose that one. Don't lose that red O-ring. That's your sealing O-ring. And with our 10mm back in there, we spin back around. The carburetor is cleaned. We didn't really do too much. Slide it back on like so. Disconnect the fuel. There we go. Even lift it up to get it back on. Put our little fuel clamp back in its little nodgy. Bang. Now, which way did this gasket go? Always remember, you have to line this gasket up properly. No. 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 This way. Oh. Yeah, that's it. One hole there, one hole there, one hole there, that hole there. Reassemble. And put our crankcase breather in first. It just slides in there, there's nothing special. And we'll put the primer bulb. So we can sit that back in. And push that primer bulb back in. Alright. Now we can just put our two 10mm back on. Make sure they haven't threaded, like cross-threaded. There we go. We'll do them up by hand. And this is what I get at. People throw their lawnmower away because they couldn't start it. And that's all that was, wrong with it. I'm really confident that when we've done this up, we're going to flip her over and start it. But whoever took this, I'm using it's already got fuel in it, so I'm going to start it with whatever fuel's in it. And maybe they put like a heavy dose of two-stroke through it. So if it starts and it starts smoking, I might have to drain the fuel. Alright, let's flip her over. Give her a couple of primes. Till we feel the fuel moving through. That feels pretty average if I'm to be honest. Put a couple of these up there, take these gloves off. Alright. Give this a kick in the gut, see what happens. Come on, baby. Here we go. Right. I think that's got 2-stroke in it. Just by smelling it, I think it has 2-stroke. Yep. Yeah, just with how that's smoking, that's definitely 2-stroke fuel. I'm going to change the fuel and come back. Alright, squad. I drained out all the juice. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, I drained out the juice in this into some containers and stuff. I've got some fresh fuel, so we're going to fill it up. I drained the carby again. Yeah, we'll give her a fill up, then we'll give her a test run. We'll see how she cuts. It might smoke for like a minute or so just till it burns off all that residual that's in the engine. Anyway, let's fill her up and see how she goes. I like this lawnmower, it's a really cool lawnmower. Oh, we've all been guilty of that. And we'll give that a wipe. But you know what? That's good. Bit of petrol, clean her up a bit. You don't want to do it on the exhaust manifold. Give her a couple of primes. Like I said, she'll probably smoke for a minute or two, but once that clears up, we're gonna be golden. Come on, baby, bring the thunder. Alright team, I just want to recap here for a sec. My mistake, I was running before I was walking, common thing. The reason why it was so hard to start after going back and giving the mower a bit more of a look over, when I was putting the carburetor back on, I didn't clamp the rod for the throttle back on. So it wouldn't start because the carburetor was in a closed position. Couldn't suck any air, couldn't get any fuel. Common overlook. That's why I just decided to do a quick recap just to say, double check your work. I'm a prime example. And yeah, we all make mistakes. So let's try round 2. Alright, round 2. Fresh jungle juice. Hopefully that stops the 2-stroke smoke. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Oop. Alright, let's see how she cuts. That is cutting. like an absolute little champion. What a peach the yard man is, or yard king. Anyway, gonna wrap this video up. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. I just wanted to make that video to say that anyone could get a free lawnmower, fix it up. You could either keep it for yourself, or you could chuck it on the old Facebook market space for like 80 bucks. You'd get 60 all day, just because it's like a no-name brand. If it was like a genuine brand. But anyway, the point is, one, we learnt something today. I learnt something because I missed something and that's why it wouldn't start. Had to retrace my steps. Common thing. But hopefully you learnt something. And really, if you wanted to, you could turn that into $1. So, thank you. And yeah, catch you on the next one. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and it would really help me out. Catch.